Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of a Brew for Two podcast. I am your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Derek.
Hello.
We are here on episode number 33.
Yeah.
And before we get into our news, we're going to talk to you about our weeks. Although this wasn't a very big week for news.
No. Well, I mean, depending on who you are, it's like a massive week for people. Some people.
Yeah,
which is in our news at the end, but yeah.
Well, like with our news, we do pop culture stuff. We do the fun news. We don't really do the boring news.
I mean, that depends on who you are, right? Because some of that news might be like not boring to them.
I guess
to us, it's boring. That's why we don't talk about it. But
I guess you got a good point.
You know.
But yeah, the coronavirus still a thing.
Yep.
People are still going outside.
Yep.
When they should be inside.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know how many driveway parties I drove by today.
Yeah.
It was 2 or 3.
There's a lot of driveway parties.
But the thing was there was a lot more than 5 people. There was like 10, 15 people in a driveway. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I know. I passed by your corner the other day because I was in my car.
Yeah.
Like if I go anywhere, it's the grocery store and back, the Avondale and back, the corner store and back.
Yeah.
And
that's all people should be doing. Like, you know, our friend, we have a friend who works in phone sales, right? And said, she's making a crap load on sales of phones. And I was like, well, why are people going out and buying this shit?
Yeah. Like,
you don't need what do you, you're not going anywhere. You're at home.
But like with this thing going on, car prices are down, housing prices are down.
Kind of.
My mom says I was talking to my mom.
Prices and stuff like that. Yeah. But renting, no, they still haven't dropped any prices for renting.
No, they haven't for rent. No. But yeah, we're now in week number 13 of this pandemic.
Yeah.
Because it's surprising. Things are starting to look better because things are slowly reopening now.
Oh yeah, that and that aspect they're looking better, but apparently there was another 400 cases yesterday.
Really?
In Canada.
Yeah.
So Ontario, sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah.
Gotta take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, stuff is reopening, but that means there's shit spreading more, which still baffles me how it even spreads because like most cases seem to be in like long-term care facility places.
Yeah.
Which like how does it even get in there? Who brought it in?
A nurse or PSW goes to a grocery store, grocery shops. She has a little bit of a tickle in her throat, and then maybe it gets passed around that way.
As soon as we know about this, people like that were coming into the country should have been like not even like voluntarily quarantined. They should have immediately been, okay, here's a hotel, this is where you go. Yeah. You're there for 2 weeks, you're getting monitored.
Yeah.
Like
people who go on reality TV shows know all about quarantine because they're sequestered before the show starts. They're sequestered in a hotel room, and the production team's like, okay, what do you want to watch?
Yeah.
Here's like, God, I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
People who go on the like reality TV shows like Big Brother or Survivor get quarantined, get cut off from the world for 2 weeks before the show starts, and they go into the hotel room. Production asks, what do you want? Here's a couple seasons of Survivor to watch, or here's a couple seasons of Big Brother to watch, and then they watch the seasons and just to prep for their game. So people like on reality TV know what this is like being sequestered and quarantined. And quarantined is I like the word sequestered better. It sounds nicer than quarantined.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the quarantine now, like it's not even really like people are just like people are weird because I mean, how hard is it to sit at home? You know.
Yeah, honestly,
you're getting paid for it. Like,
yeah,
it sucks. I get it. You can't go outside, do whatever the hell you want to do, but like, stay at home.
Yeah,
just stay at home if you're sick.
Yeah,
like,
but it's very difficult for like me because like right now like I'm like I have a girlfriend. I do have a girlfriend, but so which is good, but like we can't see each other like all the time which
I don't think you should be seeing her anyways, and not for the fact of the other things, but the fact she's a PSW working in a long-term care facility place.
Yeah,
I don't think you should be seeing her in the first place.
Yeah, well, we have.
I know
You've met her.
I met her. I didn't hug her or anything.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But like her long-term care facility is COVID free.
Yeah, for now.
Well,
it seems to spread to those places for whatever reason.
Yeah. But like, and then also, but what's keeping me busy during this time is a lot of Pokemon Go grinding.
Yeah.
A lot of grinding on Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I still need a fucking steel type.
And like, I'm kind of like glad I got back into the game because it gives me something to do.
Oh yeah, and it's a reason to get out and walk around the block. And
I go out and walk around the block all the time. The time.
And go over to the YMCA, sit in your car, and hit the Pokestops at the gym. Like, it's a reason just to get out of the house. The nice thing about it.
I go into the YMCA parking lot and then get the Pokestops there, and then drive down to the Shoppers Drug Mart, get the Pokestop there, and then go home. That's my day. I do that every day. But yeah, what was I gonna say now?
I don't know.
Forget. I blanked. But yeah, it's like I go and like I told you before we started this podcast, I finally found a Pokemon Go Rocket leader that I've been looking for like at least 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been at least 2 weeks. You've been talking about it, so
yeah. Like I had a special task to beat the leaders Cliff, Arlo, and Sierra. Yeah, and like for the longest time, Sierra didn't appear anywhere.
If you know Pokemon Go, that's like the Team Rocket stuff where you have to defeat these people to get to Giovanni eventually. And it just has not popped up for him.
No,
like 2
not
weeks.
At all. So
Cliff has been, but Cliff has been.
Cliff and Arlo have been like crazy.
Yeah, but not
Sierra. And then she finally popped up today, so I was excited. Yeah. And then they had yesterday they released a Sinnoh event, which I completed this morning.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on catching a single steel type, and which is great because there's one steel type in all of the Sinnoh fucking crap. One steel type. Yeah. One.
But also, like the next challenge is walk with your buddy. Earn it candy with your buddy. Walk.
Yeah, that's easy for me. My Pikachu's at 1 kilometer.
See, and that's what I did because I looked at my Electabuzz and like,
and as of right now, my Pikachu's at 0.6 out of 1. So
yeah, it's like I looked at my Electabuzz and like, ooh, 5 kilometers. I'm gonna change my buddy. So I changed it to a Magikarp who was 1 kilometer. So, and I just walked around the block and it gave me that candy, and then
it's probably worth it, honestly. Cause like,
and then the final task is catching an electric type. Yeah, which is easy to do.
Oh yeah, Pikachu popping up everywhere right now. Yeah.
Also, I think evolve a Pokemon is after the Steel type one. But other than that, like just grinding on Pokemon Go during the week and doing my weekly call outs to students that I'm doing working from home. Yeah. And that is pretty much my week. That has been my week.
I've had nothing going on besides work. Like it was a short week because of the holiday on Monday. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the week felt like it was 2 weeks long. So that was fun. And that's pretty much it. I haven't really been doing much.
Also, I also found out that there was a forest fire at my my camp. It was the lot next door, so my camp was fine. My camp was fine apparently. Yeah. I think it was just a small fire. It wasn't, but that it's scary to think about because my camp and the neighbor's camp are just close together.
No, I mean, yeah, you are, yeah. You on, yeah. Yeah.
So in a forest fire spreads. So
yeah, well, luckily this one didn't. So
yeah,
like still there.
My mom sent me this like link for Ontario forest fires, and I'm just like, oh, there's a forest fire in Timmins, and she's like, look closely. And I'm like, oh, there's a forest fire at a camp. Great. Which I kind of wish I was up there right now, because it's
I'm saying you can go if you wanted to, right? Because like you don't like what else are you doing?
Well, I can't really go anywhere because I'm working from home.
You have Wi-Fi up there, right?
No.
Well, you have data on your phone, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to eat up my data calling students every day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not like you can even go into town. You have to sit in your car like a Tim Hortons or like a Starbucks or something.
Yeah,
I hope their Wi-Fi is on.
yeah. So I just kind of go upstairs to my little office there, and just walk upstairs and open my computer and say hi to my students and work with them, and mostly math stuff. So that's always fun. It always gets my brain an early wake up call, even though it's 10:30 in the morning when I start getting into contact with my students. So it gives me an early wake up call. But
were you up early this morning?
I did because I really had to pee.
Yeah, okay.
But then I went back to bed.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Because I looked at my clock.
I didn't.
Because I looked at my clock and it was 7. It was 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, son, why are you out so early?
No, I know. I got up too. I went to the washroom, then I sat back down, and I'm like on my phone. And you walked out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you went back. I didn't go back to bed.
No, I was like, I'm going back to bed, and then I didn't wake up again until like 9:30.
Yeah, that was like right when I left.
Yeah.
Just before 9:30 is when I left this morning.
Yeah, because like, even though drinking is fun,
yeah,
it affects your sleep.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, this is scientifically proven that drinking affects your sleep.
Makes me sleep better.
Well, like
personally,
it affects REM sleep.
Mm.
So your deep sleep, it affects deep sleep and REM sleep. So, and like sometimes like I drank a lot more than I usually do last night.
What'd you have? 4?
5.
Oh,
I know.
Oh.
I know. I drank.
Call Guinness.
I know.
Yeah.
But I was feeling it. Like I was feeling it. Like when I stood up to go to the washroom inside, I was like, whoa.
How the hell we were sitting out there for so long and sitting down for so long.
Yeah. So and then when you go to bed still feeling it, it's just like I'm like, ugh, too much. Too much.
I don't know how many beers I'll have tonight. I might only have 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's not a lot for me. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's a lot for me. That's a lot for me because
that's a small amount for me.
Like I remember when I first started drinking, and I couldn't even like when I first started drinking, it was like 2 beers. I was a cheap drunk when I first started drinking.
Yeah, but then you hit like 20, and then you realize, fuck, I can drink a lot more.
Well, no, I started drinking at 19. I had my
No, Nabby, when you're 19, like
I had my first beer at 19.
I had my first beer at 19 for sure, because that is the legal drinking age.
I had my first beer at 19, and I went to Taps with my buddies, and and I had my first beer there. And then like I went to I went to Hoops, and then we went to see X-Men.
Oh, nice.
At X-Men First Class.
Oh, well, that's not a bad movie, actually.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad movie because it came out on my birthday in 2011. So we went to see X-Men First Class, but this was still when I was kind of hanging out with the wrong crowd. Like, so I didn't really establish my palate for drinking yet.
Oh yeah, they were probably those guys are like, Jaeger bombs are so good, man.
No, they were just like they were the guys that like were mainly like I don't want to throw shade, but like they still wanted to sit in the basement, drink pop, eat pizza, play video games, and I'm just like,
okay, hold up.
We do that now.
We do that now. What are you talking about?
But we do that with beer. We don't do that with pop. It's.
I guess so, yeah. And if it's nice that we're outside, not actually.
And like at the time, like when you're in your early 20s, you want to do that party drinking too. So.
Oh yeah.
So like when I turned 19, I wanted to go meet women.
Yeah.
I wanted to go meet women. I wanted to go to bars. I wanted to start drinking. Actually, my sister was the one that convinced me when I was 18 to get my license because she was like, Brad, when you turn 19, you're going to want to go to bars.
Yeah.
And what you need
is a car.
No, not. She didn't mean a car. She's like, what you need is a piece of identification. to get you in these bars.
Well, why didn't you just have your G1?
I did.
Well, why didn't you get when you were 16?
I didn't, because I had a buddy who drove. So I had a buddy who drove everywhere. So and when you're 16 and you have a buddy that drives, you kind of forget about like getting the I was in no rush. I was in no rush to get mine.
Oh yeah, I was in a massive rush to get mine. Fuck, I got mine, immediately started driving school, and I had my G2 in it within 8 months or whatever it is.
Yeah, so like I was in no rush to get mine, so that's why I kind of was like, and plus I had a buddy who drove, so he would drive us at places, me and my friends' places.
Yeah.
So
it was different. If you would have had access to a car all the time, probably would have been different.
Yeah.
But
so and then I turned 18, and then I got my license, and like I got my license, and this is before I had to change my health card to an identification health card. I still had the red and white one when I was 18.
Yeah. Well, I know I didn't. I got mine when I was 16. I got my driver's license.
Well, I got a letter in the mail that's saying, "Oh, red and white ones don't work anymore."
Yeah, which is kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah. So. Yeah, actually, my one health card is expired now. It expires on my birthday, which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you probably have to get that replaced.
Which I just filled out a renewal for my. I just got my new license in the mail, but I'm pretty sure it said health card too. It said renew your health card and your ID and your driver's license, and I did them both. And it cost me like $90, but I got the one and I didn't get the other.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Well, it could just be taking a while for that to get here. I mean, with everything going on right now.
Yeah, probably, maybe. But yeah, like what we were talking about earlier, I didn't have I was a cheap drunk when I started drinking.
Yeah.
And I wanted to party, and my friends didn't. I wanted to go out and have drinks and meet ladies because I was slowly getting out of my socially awkward teenage years. So
that's good.
So I was just like I wanted to meet women, and I wanted to meet women, and I wanted to start drinking. So that's why I wanted to grow up, where the friends I used to hang out with didn't want to grow up.
Yeah. I mean, that would come full circle now, because all we do is sit in your garage and drink beer.
Well, that's because we're over the partying.
Yeah.
Going to bars and closing down the bars we're over that. We're closing down Fiddler's Poorhouse at 2 a.m. We're done with that.
I don't know how many times we did that.
We did that a lot.
It's too many times.
Yeah.
Way too many times we did that.
I remember there was a time where I was the last one. Me and a friend of mine were the last people at the bar.
Yeah.
And like we were flirting with each other and everything, and I didn't get it at the time. Literally, I was just like, okay, my Uber's here. See you later.
And she wanted to go home with you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, and I kind of drove. Actually, no, Ubers weren't around in Niagara at the time. So I took a cab home. I'm like, okay, my cab's here. Bye.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, damn it.
Oh, she wanted
to go home with me. And I was just like, I was too blind to see it. I was like,
I mean, you were young though, right? Like, it's not like it was
exactly
a year or two ago, right?
Exactly.
You would have totally picked up on that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So tonight though, we're doing trivia. It's gonna be trivia that my sister hosts, and
every Saturday, which I'm surprised they're still doing, because I thought like the last 2 times were supposed to be like the last time.
Yeah. They were kind of iffy about it, you know.
Yeah.
But because they were just kind of getting tired of it for a bit, and then like all their friends and my family were saying, please don't stop, and so they didn't, and I think they really hit everybody with that music trivia.
I mean, it's fun. Like
yeah. But like my parents aren't going to be joining this time.
Oh no,
because they're up at the camp.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I forgot they went up.
So they went up to the camp this weekend. So they're going to be up there for a week. My dad texted, "The water still works." I'm like, woohoo!
That's good.
Yeah.
Be bad if it didn't work.
What?
Bad if it didn't work.
Oh, we have an outhouse, but it's pretty dingy.
Yeah.
It's pretty dingy. We do have an outhouse there. It's pretty dingy, and like with us guys, you can just go in a bush.
Oh yeah. Like literally, the water literally doesn't affect us. Well, I mean, yeah.
And like there's a lake that we can go shower at.
Which we literally did.
But right now the lake would actually be really freezing cold.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be a nice cold. It would just be a cold.
Yeah, it'd be literally my nuts are in my stomach.
Yeah. It would be okay. My voice is now up here, and it will remain up here for the remainder of my swim.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. How are you holding up with the Pokemon Go battling?
I'm fucking getting annoyed. I completed it, and of course, it was like, we could give you any other Pokemon, but here's an Oshawott. Like, really?
Yeah. I'm glad Landorus doesn't appear anymore.
I just need one Steel type. That's all I need. I need one freaking Steel type.
Yeah.
And I can go to the next one. Like, it's just so irritating. None are popping up for me with Incense on. I have had more of that stupid freaking Ghost type Pokemon pop up than this one Steel type.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Misdivers pops up more than the Steel type.
When I was going for my walk today.
Yeah.
I saw the hippo guy a lot.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm like, why weren't you showing up when I needed you? Like,
because that is just the cruel way this game works.
Actually, I evolved him. I was able to evolve him because I caught a lot. And I guess the males and females have different evolution looks.
Yeah.
The females are all black.
Yeah.
The evolution of the hippo guy. The females are all black, where the males actually looked like...
I'm pretty sure I told you this yesterday.
No, you told me the males and females' first evolution looked different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, they kind of do. But then, like, also the evolutions of them are also look I mean,
different. I kind of feel it was implied. Like,
yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of our rambling. Here's the part of the podcast you guys look forward to, our listeners.
We think.
Hopefully. So, earlier this week, we have some science news. Because science rules, as Bill Nye the Science Guy once said.
He did say that, yeah. He did, in fact, did quote that, yeah.
So, parallel universes are a thing.
Okay, now is this fact or...
So NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, aka ANITA, team were conducting an experiment in Antarctica where they discovered mysterious particles acting in a bizarre way. It is believed these particles are from a parallel universe that was born during the same Big Bang that created the universe we live in.
Okay.
Apparently, there is a constant wind of high energy particles raining down on Earth from space, which is where things start to get tricky.
Okay.
The low energy subatomic neutrinos, words.
There you go, you got it.
Can pass completely through Earth due to their low atomic mass, but the higher energy particles are stopped by land masses. The aforementioned high energy particles were originally thought to be coming down, though scientists have now discovered that isn't the case at all. According to these findings, NASA scientists believe that they may have stumbled upon a parallel universe because these particles are believed to be traveling backwards in time, something that most people believe to be impossible.
All right.
If I understood any of that, I would be like, cool. I don't understand it. I still think it's cool.
Yeah, the fact there's possibly a parallel universe where I'm married to Emma Watson. Yeah, I agree with this.
Because
I enjoy this.
So like, but I do believe in like parallel universes, and like us not being alone in space.
Oh, us not being alone is like literally. If you believe that we are alone in this universe, you are so stupid.
I don't believe in the green green
No,
the green Martians that probe
yeah.
you. I don't believe in that. I do believe in there's probably another planet out in that solar system that has humanoids like us.
Yeah. Maybe a different skin color than us, so like maybe like made of some sort of different organic material. I don't know, whatever. But it could be whatever, but
yeah,
I definitely think they would be more humanoid than anything.
But the parallel universe where like my grandparents never, like a parallel universe where my grandparents never moved back to Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah,
they lived in California, and had my mom in California, and I'm this hippie Californian guy that.
Yeah. Oh, if my family wouldn't have left Quebec, I'd still be there.
Yeah.
So
like a parallel universe where like, where I'm a California. I was born and raised in somewhere in California.
Yeah. But if my grandfather wouldn't have left Germany, I'd be German.
Exactly.
I am German, but I'd
be
more German.
Parallel universe where like I am not a redhead. Or like
I don't think that exists. No, that's too far fetched.
Like my cousin, he studies this stuff and he knows this stuff like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
What? Oh,
do you remember that movie Robots? Where he's like, I know this town like the back of my hand, and he looks at the back of his hand and it's like, oh, that's new.
I think I've seen that. I could be wrong, but I think I've seen it.
But yeah, so like parallel universes, it's cool, man. It's cool to think about that stuff.
Yeah, as long as there's one out there where I'm married to Emma Watson, that's all I care about.
She was Emma Watson was like my first.
She was most people's
first crush.
Most people our age first crush because of like Harry Potter and shit.
Yeah, because Harry Potter came out in 2001.
Yeah,
we were
nine.
We could have possibly been 8 because I think that was a November release.
I'm born in February. I was 9.
No, 2001. Actually, yeah. I
was 9.
Yeah, because we were 9 then. Yeah. So yeah, she was my first. Like we were in grade 2, 3. No.
We were 9, so we would have been in grade 4.
No, we would have been in grade 3. We would have been in grade 3.
Depends. Did you skip JK or SK?
I didn't do JK. I did SK.
My birthday's so early that like when I was 9, I was already in grade 4.
Oh, okay.
So I started school early.
Oh, okay.
But
trying to think. Because I'm thinking we were
usually when you go to the thing like you have kindergarten, whatever. That's usually when you're 4 or 5.
2001. So when did it come out? November 16th, 2001.
But actually, no, I would have been in grade 4 or 5. Actually,
no, we would have been.
I've been in grade 4.
No,
going into grade 4. Just started grade 4.
Actually, yeah, we would have been.
We would have just started. We would have
just started grade 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have just started grade 4 because. But why was I thinking when I was in grade 2? I saw a magazine with Emma Watson as Hermione Granger. That must have been grade 4 then. That must have been. I must have been in grade 4 then.
Because the books didn't come out till like 97, 98, whatever the hell it was.
No, the books were
95.
No, books were. Yeah,
they weren't in the 80s. They were in the 90s.
No, I know they. Yeah. I know they were in the 90s. I'm guessing. I'm thinking the mid 90s.
You got to Google there. I don't.
Where's the
quicker for you?
I'm just getting the movie.
Just look when the books came out. That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. 1997.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier in the 90s.
No, because they came out like right when we were like at the point of starting to read books and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
I immediately got those as soon as they started coming out.
Oh yeah, my mom read the Harry Potter books to me before bed.
Yeah,
like
I read them before. I started reading them before like I saw the first movie.
And then she stopped reading them to me after she read the 4th book to me. After me and her finished the 4th book together, that's when she stopped reading the Harry Potter books to me. Because I was kind of old enough that I could read by myself.
Yeah.
Because it was like because the fourth Harry Potter book came out in the year 2000.
Yeah, that was Goblet of Fire. That was a big fucking book.
Actually, the fifth movie came out the same year as the last book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember I went to see Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix with my sister at the Cineplex when I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just finished reading the last book too that summer.
The Deathly Hallows?
Yeah, because before I started driving, when me and my parents and my sister would go to Sault Ste. Marie, I'd have a book with me.
Yeah.
I would always bring a book to read in the car because
Yeah.
I can read in the car. I'm one of those weirdos that can read in the car.
I know, like most people can. They just usually don't. Usually it's kind of like.
Some people get motion sickness. My sister and my mom get motion sickness, but I was able to read in the car, so I got a lot of books done in that 9-hour car ride.
Oh yeah.
And then when I started to drive, I started complaining because I'm just like, I was reading my book and my mom would be like, "Okay, Brad, you can take over." And I'm like, "But I'm reading a good book."
Not a good part. Go away.
or like I remember also like having my portable DVD player and like getting through 2 Lord of the Rings movies on the trip to the Sault Ste. Marie.
You definitely were watching the extended cuts then.
No, I wasn't. Because I don't think I can sit through the extended cuts.
Yeah, I want to one time, but I think Return of the King is like 4.5 hours, the extended cut. And it's like, that's a long time commitment.
yeah. But yeah, NASA, parallel universes. It's cool. Science rules.
Yeah.
What was Jesse's line in Science Bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Science Bitch. Anyway.
And then some about magnets, but yeah.
So anyway, Disney Plus announced that their series Muppets Now will premiere on July 31st. So Muppets Now, Disney Plus, July 31st on the streaming service. So Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and the gang joined in their fun, sharing their own unique spin on the series' original key art. Muppets Now is the Muppets Studios' first original series for Disney Plus in a 6-episode season. Scooter rushes to make his delivery deadlines and upload the brand new Muppets series for streaming.
Yeah.
Overflowing with spontaneous lunacy, surprising guest stars, and more frogs, pigs, bears, and whatevers. That is a jab at Gonzo.
Oh yeah.
Because Gonzo, there's the Muppets in Space movie because he's like, Kermit's a frog, this Piggy's a pig. What am I? Like, and he finds out at the end that he's an alien. The Muppets cut loose in the new Muppets Now with the kind of startling silliness and heartfelt fun that first made them famous. Now, this is coming from a guy. The Muppets were born by a man named Jim Henson, who passed away 30 years ago this year.
It's been 30 years, really.
It's been 30 years since his passing. He was the one who actually the Muppets was a spinoff of the Sesame Street. Yeah. Because Kermit the Frog, they was in a Sesame Street short. Really? Yeah, playing. He was on Sesame Street in a short playing Rainbow Connection on his banjo. Or is it? It's Not Easy Being Green. I think it was. It's Not Easy Being Green. But he made his debut on Sesame Street. Like a lot of these Muppets, they're the same. But the Muppets kind of got its own spin-off. What was that? Oh, the Muppets kind of got their own spin-off, which I think was more successful. Actually, NBC a couple years ago, NBC tried to revive the Muppets by doing a Office Parks and Recreation style of show, but based it around the Muppets. Okay. So it was like the Muppets, but with adult humor. Actually, it wasn't NBC, it was ABC, because ABC owns the Muppets. Yeah, it was ABC. They tried to do that Parks and Rec style, the Office style of show with the Muppets. I thought it would really do well. It did not at all. It got canceled after one season, and I was disappointed.
Oh, that's irritating.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was the Muppets, but with adult humor. Like, it was kind of like the Muppets have the Muppet Show, and they perform on stage for the Muppet Show, and but now it's like, oh, what happens behind the scenes of the Muppet Show? That's what kind of the Muppets was about. But Muppets Now streaming on Disney Plus, July 31st. Mark your calendars, folks.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into some Batwoman news. There's a show on the CW called Batwoman starring Ruby Rose.
Okay.
Season 1 is done. Season 2, they're gonna start filming season 2 soon. However, Ruby Rose, the star of Batwoman herself, has walked away from the series.
Wonder why you do that.
I think she got a lot of it. There was a lot of injuries. She got a lot of injuries filming for that show.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the article I have here says Batwoman may have already wrapped for 2019-2020 TV season, but that doesn't mean the end of huge news for Arrowverse's newest superheroes show. Star Ruby Rose is leaving the role of Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, behind after only one full season on the CW. News of Ruby Rose's departure comes just days after season 1's finale of Batwoman, although the episode was not originally intended to be its last Batwoman this season. THR reports that Warner Brothers TV, which produces the series, has decided to recast the role of Batwoman, and CW won't continue without a Batwoman. Season 2 of Batwoman was ordered back in January 2020, well before production of Season 1 had to halt, making the news of Ruby Rose's departure all more surprising. This is really weird because there really hasn't been a show that has had the lead actor kind of gone. Like, there's been cases where like Roseanne Barr kind of self-destructed on Twitter, and then she got fired from her show, and then they made a new show called I forget what it was called, but it was without Roseanne. And then but other than that, I don't think of any series where the lead actor quit. The lead actor said bye to the series and was just like,
it doesn't usually happen because usually obviously they get paid a lot of money, and they usually just doesn't happen.
But I did hear that she was injured a lot on filming.
Yeah,
like she threw out her back and stuff like that. But
see, that just sucks. Like,
yeah, I don't think the show's gonna last though. No, because
I didn't even see anything on it, so can't even comment really on it.
The most highest viewed show on the CW right now is The Flash.
Okay.
It's the most highest viewed show. Probably along with Riverdale. But I don't see, like, Batwoman. I tried watching a couple of episodes of Batwoman, and I don't get the appeal of it.
I still, like I said, I haven't watched it, so.
Like, it's cool. It's cool the fact that they can play with the Batman's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
And just make it Batwoman, and make Batman's Rogues Gallery the lesser known villains of Batman, not the big box office budgets of Batman villains. Like, they can do, like, I believe they were doing the Mad Hatter as the main villain of season 1, maybe.
Okay.
For Batwoman, but like they can do stuff with Batwoman that they can do. Like, the lesser known, like, it's awesome that they can play in Gotham City, but I don't get the appeal of the show because it's not Batman. It's not Batman, it's Batwoman.
Yeah.
And I just want there to be a Batman show. I watched Gotham, and it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, Gotham did, I think, a very good job. It was quite an interesting show to watch.
Yeah.
They covered the characters in a different way because obviously they couldn't cover them in the ways they wanted to because, well, couldn't.
Yeah. Actually, Batwoman for season 2, they're casting a Bruce Wayne for season 2.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Like he's actually gonna be Batman?
No, he's not. Oh. He's gonna be Bruce Wayne because that's how Gotham did it. They couldn't use Batman in the show, but they could use Bruce Wayne.
A weirdo.
Yeah, it's weird. So they're casting a Bruce Wayne for the Batwoman season 2. I don't know who's gonna do the role, but somebody is. And somebody is.
Yeah. I'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I think this is going to be the first CW canceled superhero show.
Think so?
I think so, because unless they recast and then hit it out of the park with the recasting. But like
Doubt they would, yeah.
I really wasn't a fan of Ruby Rose as an actor. No. And like I haven't really seen her in much. Like I think she was in a couple of episodes of 13 Reasons Why.
Yes, I'm trying to think of like even who she is, because I just
she was in a couple of episodes of Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
But and also she got a lot of hate because there was a bunch of people in the LGBTQ community were like said that she's not a real lesbian, which she is, like, and it was just a whole big thing. There was a big outrage with her being starring as Batwoman. But you know who said the girl who plays Rose, I'm just gonna say Rose because I can't pronounce her actual name, the character's name. The girl who plays Rosalita. The character who plays Rose in Brooklyn Nine-Nine wants to do Batwoman.
Okay.
Which I think that would be phenomenal casting. Because she plays a badass in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And she would play a badass in Batwoman. Sorry. Easy. But yeah, Batwoman, CW. Actually, I posted on Reddit a while ago, how long do you think The Flash is going to run for? Because they're already on season 6 and Arrow just ended on season 8.
I'm going to assume not very long.
But one guy said there's reports that Grant Gustin signed for season 9 and 10. And then I also asked what could take over as like the number one show on the CW. Like what could take over as the newest superhero, the new superhero show on the CW? Because DC, let me tell you, DC's Legends of Tomorrow not going to fill that void that the Flash eventually leaves.
No, it's definitely not. Like
because DC's Legends of Tomorrow going downhill quickly.
Yeah.
Because like they lost Brandon Routh, he's gone off the show. Most of their really cool characters are gone from the show. Sure, like they still have White Canary, Sarah Lance. And sure they have like Steel, Nate, whatever his last name is. But like this show, and they have Mick Rory, who plays a pyromaniac in the show. I forget his AKA name.
Okay.
But like I just see that show going downhill because none of the original cast is still around. Like there's only
unfortunate.
There's only like 2 original cast members of that show left.
Yeah.
So and it was just so that show's going. I feel like it's going downhill pretty quickly. And what else? Supergirl. It's kind of I never got into Supergirl. Never did. But it's it's kind of climbing up there. But also CW also has shows coming like Superman and Lois. Which they're gonna do Superman and Lois based in Metropolis. Have probably John Cryer, the guy who played Charlie Sheen's brother in 2.5 Men as Lex Luthor.
Okay. I could see him doing that. But his acting though is very like high energy though.
He plays Lex Luthor in Supergirl.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing Lex Luthor.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him, so.
actually, he in one of the Superman, like the early on Superman films, John Cryer played Lex Luthor's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but he plays an amazing Lex Luthor. Yeah, and then yeah, I don't see like Supergirl's getting on the rise, but because Melissa Benoist, she's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
But I like it's another show I don't watch because, and the only time I ever watch Supergirl is when there's a crossover episode that forces me to watch Supergirl.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah. And we're gonna continue speaking of the Justice League. Released the Snyder Cut, a trend that has been going since 2018.
Yeah, since the Justice League. Well, since Zack Snyder left the Justice League project.
Well, it was after Justice League got released. After it came out, because he started filming, then he left filming because of family reasons.
If you didn't know, his daughter passed away.
Yeah, so he left because of that, and Joss Whedon took over, but it was a little bit too late for Joss Whedon to save it.
Oh, 100%, yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Joss Whedon, as you guys would know, he's been big in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
As a director,
he did the first... Joss Whedon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep.
Avengers.
Yep.
I'm blanking. Did he do Blade?
I don't know. I'd have to actually look that up.
Did he do Blade? Because I'm just trying to think of what other movies he's done. Why? The first thing that should have popped up for me is okay. So here we go. Firefly.
Okay.
He did the Firefly show. The heck. It just when I was reading off the list, it just kind of went all the way down.
Oh.
So, Joss Whedon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was a producer on Toy Story.
Yeah.
Aliens. Titan AE, sorry. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, Avengers. He did Cabin in the Woods. Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And then like he's Angel, Firefly.
Yep.
He did a couple of episodes of The Office.
Okay.
He did an episode of Glee, the Dream On episode. He did the Dream On episode that co-starred Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay.
He did a couple of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes. He did the pilot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So like this guy is a big like he's a nerd.
He's a big deal.
He's a big deal in the nerd community.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like, and he's awesome. The first Avengers movie was great. So, but he wasn't able to revive Justice League.
No. I mean, he did his best with what he had, but yeah, that movie was bad. Just so bad.
So let me get into this. The long rumored Snyder cut of director Zack Snyder's Justice League is very much real, and it will be streaming on HBO Max, HBO Max as an exclusive in 2021. So we're still a little bit ways away.
Oh yeah.
It is not yet clear what form the Snyder's version of the movie will take. Apparently, the director and Deborah Snyder, who's Zack's wife, are still determining whether the director will be released as a nearly 4-hour film or divided up into 6-part series. I say divided up into a 6-part series.
I think you just released the film.
I say divided up because I can sit through a 4-hour series.
Yeah, but this whole thing is as a cut of Justice League that was Zack Snyder's vision. We don't need 8 hours on it.
So
that's my thing.
And Darkseid is going to be in it, the Justice League's main villain, the Thanos of the DC universe.
He was supposed to be in Justice League, right?
Oh yeah. The people who saw like the unfinished version, like there was literally a scene in the unfinished version where it's just like there was a little black box that says Darkseid goes here.
Oh, and then he obviously never showed up.
Well, because after cuts and things, he never showed up. But recently, actor and audiobook narrator Ray Porter took to Twitter to reveal his secret role in the film has been guarding since 2017. So he's the guy who plays Darkseid.
Oh, okay.
In the film, yeah. And Ray Porter, like, come on, Google, you're letting me down. Usually when I Google actors' names, their films pop up right away. Ray Porter has been in Argo, Almost Famous, The Runaways, Justified.
Been a lot of stuff.
Lost.
Yeah.
Southland. He was the voice of Mark Meltzer in BioShock 2. But he's been in some things.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do the voice of Thanos. Darkseid in DC. In the DC Justice League movie. In Snyder's version of the intended Justice League trilogy, Darkseid would have appeared as his younger self. Yax.
I don't.
UX. I'm guessing one of those letters is silent. Invading Earth 1,000 years before being repelled by the combined forces of the Amazons, Greek gods, Atlanteans, and the ancient Green Lanterns. I'm wondering if this will be better than the train wreck that was the movie that came out.
I doubt it, honestly. Another reason being is just because like that movie was so bad. The entire movie was completely unnecessary. Like, because as soon as they brought Superman back, it was unnecessary because Superman just comes in and then just immediately just destroys him. Like, just destroys the dude. Like, it wasn't even a challenge for him. You know?
The CGI mustache.
Oh,
Superman.
yeah, that was bad too.
Yeah,
that mustache was bad.
Yeah, that was
I had high hopes for Justice League because I do enjoy too. Superman and Batman.
I did
and Wonder
too,
Woman, but then
because I like DC. I like DC more than Marvel.
I mean, I like Marvel more now, but back in the day, I like DC more.
Yeah, like
back in the day, we had the like Iron Man movies. I think before the Batman movies, before we had like Iron Man and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but like I grew up watching like DC stuff.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, the Superman animated series for a bit.
Yeah.
Static Shock. I grew up watching a lot of DC content.
Yeah. There's a lot more DC on TV than there was Marvel back in the day. Like,
well, like there was the X-Men and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That I watched. And yeah, Spider-Man the Animated Series, great series. X-Men the Animated Series, I wasn't really much into it.
No, I mean I can still definitely remember the damn freaking like opening song for that show, but that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I like DC a lot more, and like their villains, DC's villains, like
just better. Really?
They're better villains too.
Like
I'm not knocking Doctor Doom at all, Doctor Doom or Thanos or Lady Death, but
no, they're definitely great. Like
they're great villains, low key. But also but in DC you have Lex Luthor, you have the Joker. Yeah. The Joker is like probably the greatest villain of all time.
I would say he is.
You have Reverse Flash. You have Sinestro. You have
Zod.
Zod
was a great fucking villain. Like
Brainiac.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have these amazing villains. Freaking like Wonder Woman fights Greek gods.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do have Thor, who is a god. But I don't know, DC definitely like shit the bed with their stuff, which sucks.
Well, it sucks. It sucks that they shit the bed but that was the thing. They were like, "Ooh, we can do universe movies now too."
Like, no,
but they try to rush it where Marvel was like, "Yeah, we have 10 years on you.
Yeah,
we already have a decade on you." Like, and that was the problem. Like, if they didn't rush like the Justice League movie, it would have been cool.
I think if they would have actually honestly had the Justice League actually in there instead of saying, "Oh yeah, we have the Justice League and here's 4 characters," like I think I would have much rather seen Martian Manhunter or Green Arrow or Green Lantern. Like,
well, I think they might have been building up to Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern, and also they were using the New 52 Justice League, which has Cyborg in it.
Yeah,
which they're going more New 52 than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justice League. That was something.
Justice League sucks.
That was something, but
sucks a lot.
But also, that is it for our news today. Our pop culture news. Yeah. We did everything from science to comics to movies and TV.
Talked about some books.
Harry Potter. Yeah. But now we get to the end portion of our podcast where we talk about this day on movie history. Mm-hmm. And not a lot happened on this day in movie history, but something did happen in 1922. Walt Disney incorporates his first film company, Laugh-O-Gram Films. Don't really know. Don't really know too much about Laugh-O-Gram Films. Yeah. Drew Carey is 62.
He's 62? Jesus Christ. Damn, dude.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it for movies and TV. Do you have any video game stuff over there?
Only one that some people might like. It's 4 years ago, Overwatch came out, which is a big Blizzard game, but not really anything crazy.
Nothing really crazy. No. And that brings an end to our show for today's number 33 episode of A Brew for Two.
Yeah.
You can follow the podcast at A Brew for Two podcast.
Yep, on all social media.
And that's A Brew for FOR.
Yeah.
And the number 2.
Yeah.
A Brew for Two podcast at Twitter.
On Instagram it's that, and I think on Twitter it's that. I'm pretty sure.
And you can follow either me or Derek. I'm at a Gingerfin92.
Yeah, I'm at King Derek on everything.
And that's it for our show tonight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.